What's going on, guys? Welcome. Thanks for joining me in the laboratory today. I didn't take a lot of hammer throws today. I think I was more looking at what the technique was doing, and what are the inefficiencies in moving the ball. What's amazing to me is as I go through YouTube and find all these different throwers or what have you, a lot of these guys, I mean, there's little tweaks and things like that you see that maybe it worked for that person, but it didn't work for everybody, and it's a really beautiful thing. But you have to figure out what's going to work for you and your size and what you're trying to accomplish at the end of the day, and that does take some video analysis at the end of the day. So, and there's all the types it takes for you to. Once you start finding the unlisted videos of the hammer, you can find the rest of them. So you're going to just have to, for a young hammer thrower, you're going to have to start going down that rabbit hole. It's helped me a little bit, most definitely. So today here, I can't complain about the technique. I mean, I'm pretty over the hips. I'm pretty smooth through each turn and transition. There's no monster finish, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not going to be too angry about it. I mean, the legs are tired. I've been squatting a little bit. I'm going to have to wait to find a day with the fresh legs and everything. So it's going to take some time. I can't complain, though. I mean, that technique needs to improve for sure, but I have to figure out what I need to try in order to improve the efficiencies in the throw. So, and that's easier said than done. So this right here is it's a from the floor muscle plus a hip muscle plus the I want to say it's a hang muscle that I'm trying to do. I want to go back and look at the film and see what I was doing actually to figure out if there was any inefficiencies in my form or anything to that nature before I try to go any heavier on this guy. I mean, I was having fun. I was enjoying doing this complex. This is something to the nature of what I've always done, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to implement the throwing theory, I guess, with the Olympic lifting, because I think that if I do a little bit of both, I'm going to have fun. And you see me right here. I'm doing the sumos. So the sumos just a little bit for the hamstring, for the glute. I would just want to make sure I get all that firing. But we're just going to have to figure out how to mix in. I'm just gonna call them the thrower. I'm gonna call it the thrower complexes. I think I'm just gonna make a bunch of thrower complexes, and if you're a real thrower, then you'll figure out how to do them. If you're not, then whatever. So, but anyway, it's been fun doing a little bit of that. Shouts out to my OG, the OG homie, Sony. So.
Comfort, you shouldn't be doing volume. You shouldn't do the high reps. Like, you should be addressing the weaknesses, addressing the imbalances that are happening in your body.
So 𝐦𝐸𝐬 will admit this to me till this day, and so the thing about 𝐦𝐸𝐬 that I want to bring up is that he knew that he was on the side of the spectrum to where these reps and these sets, they get you strong as fuck, man. At the end of the day, he tells you, man, like if you could do that more often, if Ivan could do this type of workout more often and more frequently, and still be able to recover from it without hurting any of his fascia, joints, hip, etc., he'd probably do it more often. But it's very, very hard to do that, guys, and that's the problem at the end of the day. When you want to get stronger, you're going to have to touch the heavy weight. You're going to have to touch the heavy weight, but you have to touch the heavy weight safely. And that's the bottom line about it. If you're trying to jerk around weight and you're just stronger, it's not going to pay off, I don't think, long term. Long term, you're going to hurt yourself, unfortunately. People, I mean, it's happened plenty of times before. So I'm going to stick to the pause squats. I'm going to stick to a little bit of eccentric, concentric. I'm going to do a little bit of that, and there's a little bit of imbalances in my legs. So I have to figure out what those things are before I can really, really go at it a little bit. So it's going to take me some time. Stretching, myofascial stretching, all the things. So basically what I did for the squat here, guys, is I wore the shoes for the first time around, and then basically what you're going to see is I took off the shoes and I put on my Birks. I had to rock the Birks. I think the most I hit the Birks was with 160. Felt pretty smooth. I think the next number at the end of the week, we're going to have to get to 170 and then 180. I think 180, 200 is all that a thrower needs for most throwers. When you're talking about when you're talking about the 60 meter number, when you the disc shot, whatever it is, 180 should get you there. 180 should get you there to 60 feet in the shot, to 60 meters in the hammer, to 60 meters in the disc. I don't think you need to squat any more than that, to be completely honest. I don't care how big you are. I think that when you're that big and you're that strong, it goes back to the whole argument that you can hurt your fucking self, that those big people, and then they have no technique. They have no throwing technique, and they have no efficiency in the weight room either. So it is what it is. And that's just the history of what I've seen as I've seen these bigger guys, I guess, at the end of the day. So some of them do. You'll see the unicorns, but as of a whole, it's not. I don't think that it's there. But no, y'all, don't get the game twisted. The Birks feel sexy. The Birks feel sexy as hell. So there's something to be said about the mobility of the ankle, the mobility of the hips, the mobility of everything to be able to get to that point. Because I mean, most people can't squat their body weight with fucking sandals on like that. I mean, it is what it is, and everybody should be able to do that. I think. It's just a natural human necessity, and it takes mobility, it takes flexibility, and that's the thing that I don't think Sony Webster, I don't think he gets enough credit for. So he does a really, really good job of that stuff and demonstrating the abilities of where you can take it. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm Action Thraxin. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I did some high squats, too. I think that that's good for a hammer thrower, but we'll get into that more of that later. I'm out of here, y'all. Deuces.